Hello again. In my first videos, I spoke about a device that I was building that was my interpretation of Nikola Tesla's 369 energy, frequency, and vibration quote. In it, I was theorizing that this is in regards to a new type of current, and I spoke about the different currents that currently exist and theorized that this is a one-wire system and the potential for it to show up on an oscilloscope looking like a human heart. And we also spoke about different types of power, DC and AC power, and how AC power is able to be transformed, but DC is not. And that's because it doesn't move. But if we are able to obtain movement, thus allowing us to actually transform power, then we can look at a cell in a different way. And so when cells or batteries were first found, they were found as either thermal cells or galvanic cells, which are basically just chemical cells, and eventually something erodes enough and it collapses. But when batteries were first found, there were thermal cells that exist. And so the cells that I had proposed containing 3 different electrodes allows for the idea of heat transfer between them. And now this heat is generated by the transforming of the DC power. In normal AC power, we actually laminate our iron cores, and that's to dissipate the heat generated by the magnetic flux from the field generated. And so rather than dissipate that heat into nothing, this invention proposes that the heat generated by transforming actually plays upon the electrolyte. And so rather than just throwing it away, it becomes a thermal cell. And so essentially the heat transfers from inside to outside and inside to outside and inside to outside. And that heat could be activated through a frequency that comes through. And so rather than looking like a simple, just a simple chemical reaction, the cells here would more function like we do, with a heartbeat and generating heat. And so when we look at this and we start going back to this, a lot of the spiritual talk speaks of this being us. And so when we kind of put the biology of this whole thing together, it actually begins to take that exact shape. So if you understand what I'm saying, please like, share, and subscribe. And sometimes a little bit of knowledge and a lot of imagination can go a long way. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.